input on Gupta-linked companies and financial flows is expected in court today. It's the 16th day of a criminal trial into the 25 million rand Nulane Investments matter. The High Court has heard details of financial flows allegedly to conceal money laundering. The state called a Deloitte representative on Monday, while a senior financial investigator from the NPA is still under oath after taking the stand yesterday. Erin Bates is watching all of these developments for us. Live to us now from Bloemfontein. And Erin, a number of transactions coming up yesterday. What do you reckon stood out?
So we heard from Tisele Rankuatsana, who is with the ID as a financial investigator, Ayanda, and he spoke about these financial flows. What stood out, for example, was that Iqbal Sharma, one of the three accused who are in the private sector, an alleged aide to the Gupta family, a Gupta lieutenant, if you will, was named and listed in Nedbank documents for the opening of the Nulane Investments business account. What also stood out was an invoice from Gateway, a Gupta-linked company in Dubai, the UAE, which includes a reference to the Free State project at issue in this case. And there we saw an amount including a US dollar figure for some 1.3 million of that currency. Bear in mind, of course, that the figure here in court at issue and under scrutiny is a 25 million rand fee, just about, for that high-level due diligence report from Deloitte, sold to Nulane Investment for 1.5, then amended somewhat and sent up the food chain to the Free State government for 24.9 million rand.
And Erin, I mean, you know, because of just how much detail there's been here, I mean, you've spent 4 weeks in Bloemfontein almost watching this trial. I wonder whether you've had an opportunity to interact with any of the locals there to see whether they're keeping up and whether they have any kind of opinion about what's going on.
Certainly. I mean, one of the things that's come through very clearly from discussions I and our colleague Katlego have had with passers-by next to the High Court here in Bloemfontein is a really palpable sense of fear, Ayanda. It's almost subsumed or muted, but people are very eager to share their experiences of fraud and corruption in the province, their grievances about governance here even today, long after Ace Magashule's era and that of the Guptas. But there's a real sense of fear and the prospect of physical danger. In fact, we spoke to one gentleman who said he was unwilling to go on camera, but that there are two factions here at one another's throats. One, he said, was still the Magashule faction active in this province. The other was that of the newly appointed ANC chair, and that is, if I can just get my memory to me, I will give you the name. I've gone completely blank, but he did testify in the Zondo Commission on this very topic and was a key witness. That's Nkolisi Tukwana, of course, the now ANC chair here. Precisely. And so there's a real sense of the kind of ongoing ripple effects of state capture. The High Court, Ayanda, is just next door to the SASSA offices, the social grant offices for Bloemfontein. And yesterday we spoke to a lady, Elizabeth Solomons. She said she knew about this case. Lots of people have praatjies or stories about the Guptas and Ace Magashule in this province. Here's just some of what she shared.
Baie van ons mense kry baie swaar en ons strate lyk soos dit nie werk nie, dit is net nie reg nie. Die geld word vir hulle self gebruik as wat hulle vir ons in Vrystaat moet gebruik het. Jy kan maar gaan kyk daar boor en boor na ons bly, die gatte en gatte, die mense se huise oorstroom. Hulle met water, emmers water uit hulle huise uit letterlik gooi.
En nou dat daar 'n nuwe regering is in die Vrystaat, daar's Sisi en Brombela, daar's nou Nkolisi Tukwana met die ANC, die president was hier in Januarie. Het dinge verbeter?
Nog niks nie. Nie enkele dinge verbeter nie. Ek sien hier en daar probeer hulle om die vulle so skoon te maak, maar dit vorder nie. Dit bly op een plek.
And Solomon's saying there that even with the change in ANC leadership in the Free State province, the people of the Free State are still suffering. And there's a kind of impunity that seems to go unchecked in terms of holding those allegedly liable for looting and using governance positions and business positions to loot the very people of this province unabated. Solomons also spoke to me about some of the ongoing service delivery issues. We actually had a worker involved with refuse removal say to us he'd really like to speak, but he's too afraid and he doesn't want to lose his job. That gives you a sense of the kind of stranglehold of power the political elite have here and just how disaffected the people of the Free State province feel. Let's have a listen to what more she had to say.
Ja, van die melkplas, ja. Ons kon baie gesin het met dit. Want, soos ek jou sê, jy kan maar net gaan kyk wat gaan by die informele plekke aan van die mense. Ons kan ook pas te sê dat die mense sê is op voorspoel. Die mense se meubels raak klaar. Daar is sieklike mense wat in hy omstandighede en dit ruik verskriklik sleg.
Elizabeth Solomons there, residents in the Free State, rounding up that live report from Erin Bates, who's in the Bloemfontein for us. Erin, once again, thanks very much indeed.